down the street, trying not to look at me. Does my appearance keep you away? I might be a tattered one, but you don't know what I've got underneath as I fight another day.
Peggy and Dennis, it is an honor to be talking to you two today, given what you two are coordinating and what I am fortunate to be a part of. I want to start by asking you to explain the book that you two are collaborating on. This is going to be an anthology of stories about those living in unsheltered conditions. So take it from there. What's really going on with the book?
It's different, Jeff. I think there's a million anthologies out there. Peggy's done a lot of them, but I think Peggy and I both realized early on, why is this different? It's the sourcing of where we're getting our stories. We want to do a book for and about the homeless population. And the objective is to change the narrative, change the stigma surrounding, and frankly, start by changing the name. Because the moment I say homeless or Peggy says homeless to anyone, they're thinking the stereotypical first impression. I'll tell you what it is, because I've talked to a lot of people. Grizzly, unshaven, middle-aged man in his 50s with missing teeth, worn clothing, and pushing a shopping cart. Why? Because that's what they see in the media. The reality is so much different than that. So part of the reason for the book is to change those impressions and make the homeless population visible. That word visible has come up so often. A couple other things. I'm going to let Peggy jump in here. It's not a scholarly book. There are no books out there that have the voices of the homeless in the book. And sourcing, primary source, people that are living on the street. Secondary source, people that have been on the street and have the courage and candor to talk about it. Third source, family members. They've had somebody on the street. It's impacted their world. And the fourth would be nonprofits who are serving the homeless. But in all cases, the voices are coming from the people that have been there versus us just rolling off statistics and asking for this and asking for that. One other key point, or two other key points, it's a global book. It's not just the USA. Too many books all pray to, it's a big country. Let's just help ourselves. Well, we're going well beyond that. And the last piece is we're doing it for good, not for profit. So if there's a loss, we're going to suck it up. If there's a profit, we're going to donate that to one or more homeless nonprofits that are serving that community. Peggy?
Yeah, I think it's perception. I think it's narrative. I think one of the most profound things, Dennis and I, we're just like everybody else. We're learning it along the way. You don't know what you don't know. But one of the most profound things I've heard this week from somebody last week is to say, don't act like you think I don't see you. I see you see me, and don't think I don't. And, we're learning that it's conversation. It's a bottle of water. It's how are you? And, seeking these stories, Dennis and I realized early on that we wanted to create an interview guide, which we have on our landing page, because it's not always safe to go right out under the bridge and say, hey, John, what's up? Let's see if we can save the world. So we do have an interview guide. We are asking nonprofits or soup kitchens that have that front line, that have a safe environment to gather these stories to help us, to join our team. If you'd like to be on the team, all of those nice little links, Jeff, are at the bottom of our landing page, which is allthingswellness.com/unsheltered. If you want to donate because you can't give your time to this, please, take a peek at that as well. But the main thing with the stories, they are real people, real problems. We're trying to find real solutions through real stories. They're authentic. They are heartfelt. Every day, Dennis and I are shocked. Therefore, if you can't type, find somebody who can audio it, who can send it to us in email. Dennis has been on the streets, literally interviewing. I just interviewed somebody myself who couldn't type. Let's get those stories so that we can share with the world what we're learning.
Yeah, and I really love the fact that the stories are coming from multiple people, if you will. Certainly the people on the street.
Yep.
Relatives of people on the street, people who have been on the street, organizations that are taking care of these people. This is a huge issue. It's a huge endeavor to try to capture all of these voices.
First of all, we need stories. And the best way to provide those stories is to go to the web address that Peggy just mentioned, and we'll mention again before this is over, because anything and everything you'd want to know about why are we doing this, who's our audience, what's our mission, what's our vision, how do I submit a story, how do I help? And if I can't do any of that, can I donate? There's a donation button there.
Okay.
We're not seeking cash, but if people want to feel like they're contributing to such a noble cause, we'll take it and put it right into the project. So we're doing the rest of the world, but not at the exclusion of the US. And then you get into the veterans, you get into the women and children that are on the street that are escaping relationships. It starts to chip away at that stereotype I told you earlier. The second thing that happened, and this was within a week of Peggy and I agreeing to do this, Peggy rightfully in the publishing business said to me, you know, we really have to get a force behind the foreword on this book. That's going to be a real challenge. And do you know, within a week or so, we have David Berenbaum, the Deputy Secretary of HUD, that signed up for this, and he's already written the foreword, and we're moving forward.
Yeah, he did a great job.
That's how important it is. And he speaks from the heart. He's been doing it for 30 some years.
Right.
Let's just say that real clear
Yes.
too. You are unsafe. You want to change. You want somebody to hear your story and you feel cathartically, it's going to help you as well to get this out. We will help you be safe in sharing your story.
Very good.
I agree with that.
Absolutely worthwhile endeavor that you two have started, and again, proud to be a part of it.
Thanks, Jeff. There's just so much darkness in the world today. It feels good to be doing something that can do real good amidst all that darkness.
To say one more time, if you'd like to look at our landing page, please visit allthingswellness.com/unsheltered. Play around. And if you have any questions, we have a contact button on there as well, so we can get right back in touch with you.
Oh, I am you and you are me. Sometimes truth is hard to see.